All right. All right, here we are. Now we're back. We're discussing about the balance of payment, but this time around we'll be talking about the financial account, the second most used account in the balance of payment after the current account. So the financial account actually records what? Records the transactions in financial assets of residents of one country with the rest of the world. Now, what exactly is financial assets? We'll get to know it in a bit. The financial account actually is further divided into four, which includes portfolio investment, FDI, reserves, as well as other investments. Let's assume that in this particular account, a financial account, we would be talking about two countries, that's UK, and we'll be talking about Germany. So the first, now let's start with, before we start with portfolio investments, keep one thing in mind. Any money that comes into the economy, that's considered as what? Inflows. It would be treated as credit. Money is coming into the economy. Any money that goes out of the economy, it is treated as what? Outflows, but it would be treated as debit. Are we getting it? Money is going out. Are we getting it? This is minus and this is plus. So now we're talking about, again, there are four further accounts in the financial account that includes for portfolio investment, FDI, reserves, other investments. So what exactly is meant by portfolio investment? Now, portfolio investment is an investment which is usually not very large in amount. It is an investment that is less in amount, for instance, usually less than 10% of the total worth of a company or a firm. For example, let's suppose the company is worth $100, and let's suppose the investment of portfolio investment is considered to be less than 10%, because this does not allow the foreign investor to exercise control in that firm. It usually does not allow the foreign firm or the foreigner or the foreign person that is buying shares in the other company, does not allow them to exercise control in them. So that's why I was using the word it is less in amount. It can be a huge amount, but again, in terms of the total worth of that firm where that investment is going, it is usually a less amount. So portfolio investment includes shares, it includes bonds, derivatives. Now, for instance, UK residents are buying shares in Germany, German firms, or in Germany. So in German financial account, it would be treated as credit because they're buying shares. That's money coming into the economy. But let's suppose if German people decide to buy shares in the UK, in the UK firm, so that would be treated as an outflow, and that would be a debit. So similarly, if bonds are bought, for example, let's suppose foreigners buy bonds, German bonds, so that would be considered as a credit transaction. Similarly, derivatives, if there is a derivative, for example, if that's an inflow, so that would be treated as credit. And if let's suppose that that's going out of the country, let's suppose they're buying it in the other country, so that would be treated as a debit. Now, if we talk about foreign direct investment, this is actually an investment, a huge amount of investment that allows the foreigner or the foreign firm to influence or to control the company in which they are investing that amount. This can be in the form of either investing a new investment, a total new investment. For example, maybe in Germany they don't have let's assume for a second they don't have McDonald's. In Germany, let's assume they don't have McDonald's. So let's suppose if McDonald's is investing money in Germany, so that would be, and let's suppose McDonald's is an American brand. So this would be an investment from US coming into Germany. So this would be recorded in the foreign direct investment. That would be new investment. That would be credit in Germany. Are we clear with this? So similarly, if we've got mergers, it can even be merger. Let's suppose UK firm now decides to merge with another firm in Germany. So that means if they're bringing in money into Germany to take over or to merge with that firm, so that would be recorded as a credit transaction. Similarly, with joint ventures, if there's a joint venture between UK firm and German firm, so that would be recorded as a credit again, and all of them would be recorded as a debit if that's a vice versa. Now coming back to the third one, that's reserves. Reserves includes mainly gold and currencies. Let's assume if a currency, we've got different currencies in our reserves. So let's suppose if there is an appreciation in the value of that currency, so that means the value of the reserve increases. And if we talk about other investments, this could be, for example, loans. Let's suppose let's suppose Germany acquires loan from UK. Germany acquires loan, borrows. Let's suppose Germany, borrows money from UK. So this would be recorded as credit because money is coming into the economy. Similarly, if Germans borrow money, they lend money to UK residents, so this would be an outflow from Germany, so this would be recorded as a debit. Now, if we talk about hot money, now what exactly is meant by hot money? This is actually an inflow of money into an economy due to an increase in its interest rates. For example, if the interest rate, let's take an example of Germany. Now, let's suppose German interest rate is 10% and UK interest rate is again 10%. So they both have the same interest rate. Now, let's suppose German interest rate goes up to 18%. Now, if a UK resident keeps his cash in his bank, he or she would receive 10% interest. However, if they keep their cash in the German banks, they would receive 18%. So where would they invest that amount? They would definitely invest in Germany because they would be receiving a higher amount of interest. So this money that's coming into the economy from UK to Germany is considered as what? Hot money inflow. This is hot money inflow. So let's suppose if there is an increase in interest rates in Germany, so there would be an increase in hot money inflow into Germany. So this would be treated as credit. Let's suppose, on the other hand, if this interest rate goes down to 4%, let's suppose. Now, UK residents would take out their money, so this would be hot money outflow. Are we clear with the idea? So this would be treated as a debit. It can even be in the form of German people investing in other, placing their cash in UK banks. So this would be treated as a debit. So this is how actually the transaction, how the format of the balance of payment is, or actually how it is organized. It's further divided into 4 other accounts. But keep one thing in mind, if you Google it or you search it into different books, so you'd find different arrangement of this particular account. We get a different arrangement. Earlier, we just had, in the balance of payment, we just had 2 accounts, and that was current account and capital account. However, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, later subdivided that capital account into a financial account. They extracted another account out of the capital account. So actually now there are 3 accounts: current account, capital account, and financial account. So this is actually how it is treated. All right, let's end it here.